It's Terry Willingham, founder of the Bossy Beauty brand. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today, I want to come in here and ask you a serious question. I want to know, do you struggle with coming up with your content every week that you're going to post on social media? Is that something that is just so hard for you and you just can't seem to get it going? Because I have something that I shared with my team. I did this training for them this last week and it seemed to really help them. We are currently in the middle of a 15-day boot camp all the way through the first part of October, and we're rotating the content around these buckets. Now here's the deal. A lot of them didn't understand how to use content buckets because we've talked about it, but they didn't really get it. So what I did was I did this quick training that I'm going to give y'all, and I broke the buckets down so you understand how to use them and you can see the value of starting to pull from them and how to rotate them. That's what I'm doing for them. They're getting really good at it this week and next week during the 15 days, and so I'm going to share that with you right quick. All right, and before I do, I need to tell you that if you have noticed that I had a challenge that was starting in my Bossy Beauty group. It was starting on Monday, called the Get Your Rear in Gear Challenge. I've been promoting it for the last week. I'm going to have to postpone that because I'm just going to be real with y'all. I'm going to tell you straight up, y'all, it's real life, and my mom is in declining health, and we had something happen this week, and we don't know. There's got to be some decisions made and some things going to happen, and I don't feel like I'm in the best place where I can serve you with the information. Like when I go 14 days of content, live video every day, like I need to be on my A game, and I'm all scattered out and I'm just not there. So I'm going to push that a little bit. So I'll still do the 14-day Get Your Rear in Gear Challenge, but it's not going to start Monday. I've got to push it back a little bit. All right, let's get to the buckets, y'all. With your buckets, you want to have these where you can rotate them. You want to have 5 for Facebook. Instagram, you really only need 3, but you can pick from the 3 that you want to use for Instagram, but the principles are the same. So let's go over what should be in the buckets and how you can set up your buckets. Okay, the first one should be your personal bucket. Everybody should have a personal bucket. In your personal bucket are things like the selfies that you do, where I've talked before about you post a selfie and you don't just go, "Hi." No, that's not what I mean when I say post a selfie. You do a selfie with a story. Like what kind of emotion is your face conveying in the selfie? Because sometimes it can be just joy, or sometimes it can be you're pondering, or it can be you're frustrated, whatever that selfie is. And you should always have some sort of emotion. You tie a story in around that. That's sharing from your personal bucket. It also includes things like your kids and your pets, and if you're on a date night with your husband, or things like that, or maybe your sister just had a baby. That's all stuff that comes from your personal bucket. So when you pull from that, you're using one of those types of things. All right. The second bucket you should have is a product or your service bucket, if you have that. Whatever it is that you have, like, do you have beauty products? Do you have skincare products? Do you have health and wellness products? Are you a fashion person? Do you have fashion products? Do you have certain services you provide? Whatever that is, that's the bucket that you're going to be pulling from. And when I say pull from, don't go about the whole schmo and go through everything every time you post about it. Pull something from it. One feature that you can talk about, the benefits of that and how a person would want that and why they would need it. That's what you're pulling from that bucket that day as it comes through the rotation. All right, and that way you're always pulling something different from that bucket. It keeps it fresh and interesting for people. The third bucket is your business bucket. Now with this bucket, if you do curiosity posts, and that's a different training, but if you do curiosity posts, this is coming from your business bucket. But it's not all about business. Like you could do boss babe posts, or you could do, if you're in network marketing, you can do posts about your team, or you can show lifestyle and things that you're doing from a lifestyle as a result of your business. You do celebrations, you do achievements from the business bucket, but you also do POW posts. Now, I don't know if I've done it, what POW posts are. I had a training on it in my Bossy Beauty group. But I will tell you really quick, a POW post is proof of work. It is showing what it is in your business that makes it work. Like you're featuring people, maybe it's something about you that makes it work, or maybe it's Sally over here who didn't think she could do this thing. She joined last week, scared to death to talk to anybody, and she just made $200, y'all. That's a proof of work post, because when you put up a POW post, it shows people that what you do really works. And it also shows you celebrating other people and their success, not just you. All right, so that is all coming from the biz bucket. Now, let's talk about the fourth bucket, the inspirational bucket. This is where you talk about your struggles, like I just did a while ago. I told y'all straight up, man, life is real. This is just keeping it straight up, what's happening with me. Things don't go perfect all the time, but I believe everything happens as it should. That's me coming at you from my inspirational bucket. I'm telling you what's what. And So you talk about struggles, you talk about how you overcome them, what you tell people what they can do to feel better, if they need to get motivated, or how they can accept change, or how they can work through things, tell them how to be inspired. If you use motivational quotes, we used to always put just motivational quotes on like a stock photo and share somebody's quote, but it's even better if you take that quote and you apply it to a selfie of you. Like, people will look at you before they'll look at some generic stock photo, and the algorithm likes that better too, especially on Instagram. Like, we can still get away with it some on Facebook, showing the standard stock. You know, I still do it some on this page because people have loved it. I've built this page to a huge amount of following just from that alone. But I will tell you straight up, it gets people's attention when you show you with the inspirational quote. All right, so the fifth bucket is your hobbies bucket. Last week I did a training on when you're out looking for prospects, one of the things you want to do is join groups that are things you're into, right? That's what your hobbies bucket is. It's stuff you are into, things you love. Like, are you the crafter? Are you the cooker? Are you the super organizer? Do you love horses? Are you into yoga? Is fitness your thing? Like, gardening, are you all about that? Whatever it is, that's the hobbies that go into your bucket. And here's what's cool. When you share from your hobby bucket, when that comes up on your rotation, it's really easy for you to connect with others who are like you and love that, because it's such a passionate thing for you, and there's no stress or no, you don't feel any pressure to try to get people to look at it, because it's something you love and you're just talking about it, and that comes through and it draws people to you. So sharing from the hobbies bucket is fantastic to connect with new people and find new prospects to talk to. All right? So the whole goal of using your buckets is you want your content that you share with people to laugh, you want them to learn, you want them to be inspired, or you want them to be entertained. And those are your goals when you're using your 5 buckets, and you just rotate them over and over and over again. Because as you can see with what I've shared, you can have different content coming from everywhere. All right? So I gotta go, but I hope you find that useful. And don't forget, there's stuff like this all the live long day in my free Bossy Beauty group. All you got to do is jump in there. It's free to join. All right. Y'all have a fantastic day. Bye.